What's up, everybody, and welcome to Chuckle with the guys. Hope you're doing well and staying cool out there on this scorching hot week. I'm here with Ross and Nikos. How you guys doing? Everybody doing good?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good. Long holiday break. We would have been back, but a couple technical issues.
Yeah, we're not going to mention who.
Or that they're a professional AV person, but
Yeah.
we don't need to get into it.
Professional AV technical issues with audio.
Yeah. But no, it was a nice little break. As you guys know, I've been fighting this weight demon for a while. It's like a fat 100, maybe not quite 100-pound, at least a 50-pound demon around the waist.
Yeah.
That I just can't quite seem to shake.
Yeah.
But it's a demon we all battle, right? So, but
Yeah, I probably have a good 50-pound one, maybe 40-pound one around me.
Exactly. We all do. So I told my doctor, hey, I want to go see a nutritionist. So I signed up a couple weeks ago. I went and saw that nutritionist, and I gotta say, sort of pointless. Overall, it's pretty boilerplate information. So let me save you. Google how to lose weight and eat healthy. Save you the appointment. But one of the more just heartbreaking moments when you go see the nutritionist is the scale you step on. It's not the regular little rinky-dink metal one that sort of, you just shift with your hands. It's like a fucking zoo scale.
They put you on like one of those industrial grade ones.
Yeah.
Did you feel like
a
did
walrus.
you feel like almost like, are you serious? Did you feel that way?
Is this necessary?
Exactly. I was like, you guys could have just had me pull onto the cat scale before I came in. Stop
you
your fucking
remember-
pilot and weigh me.
By the way, this reminds me real quick. Do you remember the show My 600-Pound Life or something, or the twins?
Yeah,
the
we
one
still
with the
watch it.
twins. The one with the twins.
Tammy and something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever that
600-pound twins or something like that. Yeah.
Whatever that show was called. Do you remember when they went to go weigh? I think it was Tammy, and they didn't have a scale that could register at the doctor's office, so they had to take her to a junkyard where they like weigh engines and stuff. And I was like, Jesus, I would be like, this
That's
is
absurd.
terrible.
Well,
Do you
I
think
tell you
it'd
what,
be
at the VA they got the scale for.
Do you think it'd be possible to have two of those side by side and have her stand on both and just basically split it?
Would it add up the same, or would one leg? Would you add like one half of you and the other?
Yeah, like half would be on one and the half would be on the other.
We estimate you weigh around this much.
Yeah.
I think the distribution would be a little off, but that was really like fuck. I mean, I'm fat, but I'm not like tow truck fat.
No.
So it was a little disheartening, but it also reminded me. I told y'all we went the little F1 kart racing.
Yeah.
And so when you go in there, you gotta get a helmet. Listen, I got a tank head. I got a noggin on me. But we were going in, he's sort of looking at people and he's like pointing them in the directions to their helmets. So with everyone, he was sort of like taking some time and looking at them, but he looked at me and pointed me straight to the biggest helmet they had. Now he called it. He called it, but he didn't even take a second. Like he like sort of skipped past everyone and just looked at me and said, "Hey, you go over there to the biggest helmet they had." So that was a good time.
That's probably how it would be with me as well, because I've got a pretty big head.
Yeah, but you're like 6'3" or 6'4". I'm like 5'6", 5'7". So it's different.
I feel like I have a pretty big head too. Well, I don't know, because I wear fitted hats. They're small mediums. What kind of fitted hat do you wear?
You're not up there with the big boys. Let me tell you that.
Because I like my fitted hats, but I always get small mediums, the ones that I wear.
Well, I usually, if I get a measured hat, I can pull off a 7 5/8. A 7 3/4 is probably ideal.
Okay.
But a 7 5/8 fits the best. 7 3/4 is just a little too big. So I'm up there. I'm almost pulling down an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember what mine is, but I wouldn't be shocked if mine was up there too.
Yeah.
So what did she kind of tell you needed to do? Like, did you get a good like bill of health? I mean, was she like, damn son, or
Well, no one would say I'm healthy, but I did go to another doctor's appointment yesterday. She's like, well, you're not too bad. She's like, you're not bad enough for medicine yet. She says, it's not looking good. But she said you could do better. So yeah, I mean, I got the paperwork right here in front of me. I got the documents right here. So essentially, the plate shape up, this is how they have it broken down. They give you a little plate. Half of it should be non-starchy vegetables, and there's a picture of carrots and like bell peppers. And then A fourth of your plate should be grains and starchy vegetables. And then the other fourth of your plate should be a protein. And then it has a little thing of fruit. And here, the thing about that, and then there's a little plate of dairy. But who the fuck is about 40 years old still fucking just having a side of dairy with every meal? You guys taking down a glass of milk every meal?
No.
No.
Hmm.
I haven't
never
drank
liked milk.
I haven't
Yeah.
drank milk in a very long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think big dairy has something to do with this.
Mhm. You did, Justin. You did drink milk when you thought you had a heart attack that one time. Remember?
I did.
You
So
thought the milk will help.
I thought, so this is legit, dude. This is legitimate. I when I was in high school or whatever, or college, yeah. And I was fat in college, dude, because I was like, I had no money, so I was just putting down cheeseburgers, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I could afford. Well, anyway,
Sounds pretty rich to me.
yeah. Well, anyway, when I would get like heartburn or feel like I was having like a heart attack, I used to drink milk because I thought it helped. I did. It would like coat the throat and it'd make it feel good. It would help with heartburn.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Tums would have worked better.
Tums would have, but for some reason I was like, oh, I got heartburn. I need a glass of milk.
So were you keeping a gallon in the fridge, or?
Oh
you were
yeah,
just
I
going
kept it on hand, dude. I kept it on hand.
Jesus.
The hell is that?
Well, that sounds disgusting, Justin. I haven't had a glass of milk since I was 4 years old, which explains why I'm probably only like 5'7". But I remember the last glass of milk I had, and I almost puked. It was truly one of the most disgusting things I remember drinking in my life.
When'd you have
we,
it?
we went to IHOP. I got me a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Okay.
And my grandma was like, hey, I want you to drink a glass of milk with this. Now, mind you, it's not that I never had milk. Obviously, I had it in my cereal, but something about this day, I just could not stomach it down. And I remember being at the table and my grandma saying, you're going to finish that milk. And I was crying into my Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, fucking trying to swallow milk. It was truly one of the most disgusting experiences and truly humiliating experiences of my life.
This
so I never drank milk again.
Yeah, this sounds traumatic.
Yeah.
You also have to think about mayonnaise too. Did that stem from anything?
No one's ever forced mayo on me, but except Wendy's. I feel like Wendy's is forcing mayo.
Wendy's
on me.
loves their mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, but it's just disgusting. Like every time I eat it, I'm like, why is it in everything? You get a sauce, it's fucking mayo and pepper.
Mhm.
Everything is just mayo and something. It's just truly like I used to love ranch. I used to love it. Now, if I go to a place, I have to ask them, "Is this made with?" Because most ranch is just mayo and fucking ranch packets. I'm like, it's disgusting. At home, we use Greek yogurt and ranch packets, right? I can control it. If you go to a nice restaurant or even like a fast casual restaurant, they'll usually have a better mix where maybe there is some mayo in it, but maybe sour cream and something to where it sort of takes that mayo edge off of it. But mayo's just, I mean, if you think about it, it's just an egg sauce. Who the fuck wants egg sauce on everything?
Yeah.
Just egg and vinegar. I don't want that. It's disgusting.
So what are you what are you doing right now? What are you changing?
The
changing
diet.
about the old diet?
Okay. Well, this week I've been fiber maxing. As you know, colon cancer is taking the boys out at a high rate.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I need to really up the fiber. So I went and bought I got some, what do you call them? Not flax seeds, the other ones.
Chia
seeds. Chia seeds. I'm doing chia seeds, black beans and potato, or what am I doing for lunch? Black beans, quinoa, some Chipotle chicken. Dinner has been roasted potatoes, broccoli, sometimes black beans in place of broccoli, but roast potatoes, broccoli, and salmon. And got to get that Metamucil. So I'm fiber maxing. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a real smoke hazard around me lately. Especially at home, you need a gas mask.
Right.
But I feel like once my stomach gets used to that fiber, I think we'll be good to go. Yeah.
I tell you what,
yeah.
boys, I had the cafe today.
Oh.
And listen. This was around 1:00 in the afternoon. I had the cafe, right? So I'm pretty much the only one in there. And I eat, and it was pretty good actually. It was like broccoli, it was like a couple of veggies, it was some really dry chicken, really dry chicken. Okay. But I'm like, this is fine. And then I'm leaving, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the kickboxing studio before we have to do the show.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm like right there on 55 by the Target and stuff. Like I'm close to the kickboxing studio. I'm like right there, and all of a sudden it hits me. I'm like, I gotta shit. And I'm like, I don't feel good, dude. Oh man, I never made it to the kickboxing studio.
Oh man,
I never made it to the
shitboxing.
kickboxing. Yeah, I never made it there. I was thinking about going there, but I was like, I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that bathroom. But
you guys, you
I
remember
never-
that
I never
children
made
that song when we were kids, like when you're sliding into first and your pants begin to burst.
No,
Diarrhea.
I've
No.
never heard of this.
I don't know that one.
You guys ever used to sing that song when we were little?
No, I don't remember
when,
that song.
When
How
you're
does that
sliding
one
in
go?
the dirt and you lay a big old turd, diarrhea. When you're sliding into home and your pants are full of foam, diarrhea.
Oh my god, no! Oh,
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
there's a bunch of those. Yeah,
I remember.
So
So when you were like diarrhea, I was like, oh, I remember that part, but
I remember
don't
that.
remember those verses.
That was
there's different ones.
That was from a commercial, wasn't it?
Maybe it was from Big Lot or not Big Lot, Sandlot. I don't know where it's from.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it might have been from Sandlot. Didn't they sing
where
that in
is
Sand or a
the
version of that? in Sand?
diarrhea song from?
I remember the diarrhea song. So yeah, we used to sing that, but it was but it was based. The diarrhea part was based on a commercial. I thought.
It was in a movie called Parenthood in 1989.
Huh?
I don't know that one.
Parenthood. That sounds familiar.
Huh?
That sounds familiar. But yeah, I never made it to the. I never made it to the studio. In fact, I haven't made it to the kickboxing studio only but once this week.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what the record was for your
It was too
studio
much.
this week.
It was too much. And then, in fact, I saw they posted. I think people are starting to complain because they posted some reels of some of the top scorers, and to have video evidence that they're able to do this.
Yeah.
So I think other people out there have been like, there's some cheating going on.
Yeah.
There's some shenanigans going on. But we had to do the speed bag this week. That was the challenge. So you had to do the speed bag. So I did, like, I was going as hard as I could. Did like 280 something, like repetitions in 3 minutes. And then I'm like, hell yeah, that's good. That's good right there. That's got to be something. That's got to be top 10. And then they go over to the board, and it's like, it's not even in top 15 because there was like the person at the top did like 460 something. I was like, shit.
Damn.
I got to rotate those elbows, man. But anyway, so I failed.
So
There's
been a lot of failure going on a lot lately.
A lot of failure, and I was just about to bring that up. We had a little bit of a failure on July 4th.
Yeah, we certainly did.
Oh.
We
Yeah,
tried to do.
I don't think I heard the full story. Yeah. Let me hear this one.
Well, I think your day started a little early, Ross, because didn't someone come to your door?
Yeah, so I had a lot of stuff that I needed to get done that day, and not a lot of time. And I get this knock on the door, and it's a young man on a hoverboard. I'm thinking, all right, what's going on with this? He is selling pest control. And I think it's like a cult thing, right? I think Justin, you were saying that. I forget what it's called.
It's called Active.
Active, that's it.
And they're
listen, if we have any active fans, we have nothing against your cult. So.
We don't. I can tell. I'll tell a story later. But like, yeah, they're kind of. They'll say that they're not a cult, but and I think if you look
most
it up, it's
cults aren't proud to call themselves a cult. But so anyway, he's knocking on the door. I answer it. He starts asking me about, if I have any. First he asks me if I know my neighbors, and I'm like, no, not really. And he's like, what about Miss Judy down the street? She's one of my clients. And I'm like, no, I don't know Miss Judy. He's like, all right, what about Mr. Smith or whatever?
You should have said Miss Judy's a real bitch.
It might have worked actually.
Yeah.
But so he's asking me this question. I'm like, no, he's asking me, all kinds of stuff. And he at one point he goes, gee, are you a big gamer? And I'm like, I play games. And he's like, what kind of games do you play? And I didn't want to tell him that right now I'm playing The Adventures of Elliot. No, that's
The hell
yeah.
is
I don't want.
that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to have to explain this. So I immediately pivot and I'm like, I'm not really playing anything right now. And he goes, are you a big Call of Duty guy? And I'm like, no, no. And he goes, but you know about it, right? And I'm like, well, yeah. And he goes, yeah, yeah. I could tell. You look like the kind of guy who would know about Call of Duty. I was like, what the hell does that mean? I
well,
look like
well,
I know about something.
Call of
well,
Duty.
well, Ross, let's set the scene. You were
Yeah,
wearing a FaZe T-shirt and a Monster hat, so you
right,
can't be mad at the guy for saying you look
right.
like you know your way around Call of Duty.
It's true. So he starts talking to me about it. It was a horrible deal. He made it seem like it would be around like $70 every time he comes to spray. And I'm thinking that's not horrible. And then it turned out it was $70 a month, and
Jesus.
they only come 4 times a year. Um, so it was a pretty bad deal. And so he's asking me like, I tell him that I just moved in, I'm having a kid, money's a little tight. And he's saying, oh well, for you, I'll knock it down to 60. And I'm like, I don't know, that's still not great. And he's like, you know what? I'll grandfather you and I'll give you the same rate I give everyone else. How about 40? And I'm like, nah, dude, I don't think so. And he goes, you know what? Just for you, I can knock it down to $2.50. I'm thinking, what is going on?
That's
This
a
is not
huge jump.
normal. It's a
That's
huge
a
jump.
huge jump. Man, I'll
So
just give it to you for free. Just let
yeah,
me do it.
basically. So the whole thing concluded with him essentially saying, if you decide you don't like it, you have 3 days to cancel it. We'll spray your house right now, and then in 3 days, if you decide you don't want to do it, you can cancel it. And I said, yeah, I'll just be real with you, man. If you do this for me for $2.50, as soon as you leave, I'm going to cancel it. And so he was like, all right, have a good day. And then, and then left.
Man,
So that was, but the whole thing probably took about like 15 or 20 minutes, and it's super hot. So I'm sitting there just like sweating in my doorway, listening to this guy. But then Justin, you and I had to go grab a piece of furniture
yeah,
from
we
your
did.
mom's place. So went and did that, came back, and then it was time to start, trying to grill for 4th of July. And man, was that a colossal failure.
Yeah, we got our man cards kind of taken away
Yeah.
during that whole thing. Because,
It
like
was
the grilling,
humiliating.
it is. Because, like as the men, you're like, all right, we're going out to grill.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, we're going to provide. And, the girls are all inside chit-chatting and carrying on and whatnot.
Were y'all's parents there too, or is it just
Just
Just-
you and the
Just
girls?
Justin's.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we went out there and we failed miserably.
Yeah.
Not really sure what happened. Now, my defense is that I only cook with charcoal and he has a gas grill and I didn't really know what I was doing. But I
Yeah.
think we got it way too hot because the burgers literally started like kind of expanding.
They were
or-
like inflating.
they
It
were
was
they were
the weirdest looking
inflating.
thing.
They were on fire.
They were swelling.
Yeah. It was crazy. I got caught on fire at one point.
You did. And then you dropped all your burgers trying
I
to get away
dropped
from
all
the fire.
burgers. I pretty much dropped all the burgers into the fire, and they of course they fall, where they fall right through the grate, and then the cheese pretty much when it fell, it landed upside down, so the cheese is
Yeah.
stuck to the grate. It's melting. It was a complete disaster. The little spatula that I had was plastic or rubber or something, so that like the intense heat is literally melting that thing. So it's like it's just it can't support the weight of the burger. I mean, it was a mess.
It
was a
really
disaster.
was. It
was a
was.
disaster.
The burger I ate was like it was like a damn meteorite. It was like rock at that point.
Yeah.
It become fossilized.
So on your second go, I assume, were there any good burgers or were they all bad?
I didn't have a good one.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there were. I feel like there was like 2 that made it.
I grabbed the worst looking one kind of because I felt like
you sacrificed.
I felt like I deserved that one.
Yeah. Were y'all doing Bubba burgers, or y'all like
We
hand
should
pulled
have.
these?
We should have. Like
Mm.
looking back on it, we probably should have done Bubba burgers.
Mm.
I love
Yeah.
those Bubba burgers.
They're solid.
They're solid.
So how did you guys do any dogs?
Yeah, those turned out fine.
Yeah, we
it's
saved the
hard
day
to
with
mess
the
up a
dogs.
dog.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saved the day with the dogs.
Yeah.
You know, they were
Okay.
good. I hadn't had a hot dog in a very long time. They were
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saved
And
the day
I think
with that.
we've had this conversation before, but you boys prefer a grilled over a bulldog, right?
Yes. I don't like
Okay.
boiled dogs.
Again, the reason I like the bulldog is because you get a nice little tasty beverage after.
Yeah. I
Ugh.
like a boiled
Yeah.
dog,
Yeah.
but I prefer
Nice
grilled.
You take
Now-
that out of there and it's still wet, throw it on the bread wet. Ooh.
Now I am thinking about trying to do a seafood, boil
seafood
before
bowl?
before the summer's over.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about putting some dogs in that.
Are you
Oh,
are you
really?
allowed to? It's a lot of seasoning in that. I know your household isn't big on Cajun seasonings.
Hey, look, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you gonna like pour the sauce on later? I guess you could always do that. You don't have to cook it in
No,
the
I'm
sauce,
putting it
right?
in. I'm putting it in the water.
Okay, so this is just for you then.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna make it, but like,
yeah.
if you guys want to participate or whatever, like, I'm gonna try to make this thing, and my plan was to add all the seasoning straight to the water, like get the get the water boiling, put it in the hot sauce, and put in the seasoning, and then dump everything in and let it go.
I think I told you there's a place over by our job next to Meridian that they have a pretty good bowl if you ever just want to, maybe get away from the house and do it on your own.
Really? They have seafood bowl?
Yeah, it's there's a Chinese restaurant over there. I think it's like Red Sea,
Oh,
I think, or
I
something.
know the place. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know the place. I've actually
Yeah,
been
they-
there a
They
long
have
time
seafood.
ago.
No, I don't care for the their crawdads. Sometimes they taste a little, I don't know, like they took them out of, I don't fucking know, I don't even know how to sewer. But they're not good. But the shrimp and crab legs and everything else is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you ever just want to go, they have a pretty decent special too. So maybe save you the heartache of making all that and no one eating it.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot. If no one eats it, that is a lot of food.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the active thing. I knew someone involved in that.
Right.
And I couldn't believe when you told me that they were still around, because I had started seeing their trucks and stuff,
Mhm.
but I like knew someone who was involved in that thing, and they had to like flee it,
Right.
because they were like, they hired her, and then they were gonna like pay for her living expenses and like get her a vehicle or something to go around with, and I remember thinking, she was, calling me and being like, "Oh, it's such a cool deal, man. This is so awesome. This is a sweet deal. I'm so happy to be doing this." And it's like, all right, cool. And then it come time for the check, and then she only made like $3.
Right.
And it was because they were like taking it all to pay for the stuff.
Yeah. Did she get a sweet hoverboard?
No, she did not get a sweet hoverboard.
That
seems funny to
Sorry,
ride
go
around
ahead.
on a hoverboard selling
Yeah.
pest control.
Have either of you ever been on a hoverboard before?
No,
I'm afraid.
I would
I
Yeah.
think I'm more afraid of that than a motorcycle, honestly.
honestly.
Well, I was wondering if that's like, because that's a thing, right? They all get one and they go around the neighborhood on it. I wonder, do they have to like train them to ride those things?
Mm.
Because she
I
might
would
have had
think
to.
so.
You might have to pay for the training for that now.
Would you have either of you ridden a Segway? Are those still around?
I don't think
saw
I've rode one.
I saw a girl riding a Segway the other day
Hmm.
with a fan, like one of those like personal fans, like wrapped
Yeah.
around her neck, blowing air on her while she had her headphones on jamming. I was like, that is a vibe.
Yeah.
Going
You know
right
what?
down
Speaking
here
of
to the
which,
sidewalk.
when I still lived in Boston, there was this is like pre-COVID, right before COVID. They would do Segway tours of Boston. Now that I think about it,
I
So-
took a duck tour.
Oh, the duck boat tour. Yeah.
Yeah, I took one of those. But yeah, no, the Segway, I'd be scared of like falling flat on my face. Because
Oh, yeah, I would-
won't they just tip forward?
I think they can.
Yeah.
A Segway seems more safe than a hoverboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, hoverboard, I'm like, I'm gonna bust my ass on that.
Yeah.
Hoverboards for the bad boys.
For the pest
You wanna be
control.
careful.
I never
Yeah.
really even, I mean, the thing is, I'm not really good at that kind of stuff. Like, I never really learned to skateboard
Mhm.
or anything like that. So a hoverboard isn't I'm just not going to be able to do that.
Well, when they first got really popular a few years ago, and every video on, I guess it would have been Vine at the time, probably. Everyone was just following and busting their ass. There's no way I was getting on one of those.
Yeah.
I was already too old. Like I was already almost 30. I was like, there's no way I could fall and be okay.
Yeah. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. So, but speaking of cults, I've funded a cult before unknowingly.
Really?
You guys ever heard of Shin Yun? They do like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Chinese, cult. We went to one of their shows in Boston, and then I found out, oh no, these guys are a fucking huge cult.
Yeah.
And they're like, I think they're banned from China, or I mean, is it necessarily a bad thing to be banned in China? No, but they believe that. Listen, if you're a Donald Trump fan, God bless you. But they believe Donald Trump was sent here by God to destroy China.
Nice.
And yeah, so there's this whole thing, and they just don't seem stable, honestly.
Yeah.
No,
No,
Yeah.
I had heard about that, and I had heard about it for years before I realized that it was a cult. I didn't
Yeah.
know it was a cult. But isn't the entire show is about like glory to China? I thought like propaganda.
So I don't remember. I think we just went to the orchestra.
Mm,
So I know that like their actual like ballet show
yeah.
is, but I don't think I think it's like sort of like Sunni and Shia, right? Like, yeah, they believe in China, but it's like they don't believe in the form of China that it is now,
Right.
you know? So, again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but they believe that our president was sent here to destroy China and that he's
And
like a god almost.
so they think it's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Most cult people probably would. I mean, that's the thing is that like, I mean, that inherently is a cult.
Yeah.
And I think like if you're susceptible to being in a cult, you're generally not entirely straightforward on there.
Speaking of which, another cult, Ross, your home state is filled with some weird religious stuff going on up there. But
Really?
So is ours.
Well, it's different though. We're praying to God. I don't know who they're praying to up there. When I was up there, I was living in Arlington at the time, and I remember I would go to this deli that was around the corner from where I lived, and next to it was a little storefront, and there was just folding chairs in there, and there was a picture of one man in the front. And some days I would go in there, and there'd be like 8 or 9 people in there, and they would just be in there with their head down, like sort of like praying, I guess, or meditating. And sometimes there'll be one person in there, but every night there'd be people in there with just this one picture. No one would be talking. It was so fucking creepy.
Did you ever,
But I kept going to the deli.
Did you ever find out what they were about?
No, I should. I'm gonna look it up.
Did you say it was a deli? Was it the yellow deli?
That's what I was thinking when he said that.
I was like, when you said deli, I was like, I know that one that's the yellow deli.
No, they had nothing to do with the deli, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Arlington, Mass.
They were just going in there and staring at a picture of a random person?
I mean, he looked important.
Was
Well, I
he?
guess he
How
was.
was,
I
how
guess
was
he
he
was
dressed?
You know what? I think he looked like Michael Myers in that Love Guru movie. Or not Michael Myers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
okay.
So he was kind of like trying to be a guru.
yeah.
What was that
Let's see.
documentary you watched, Ross, where that guy pretended to be one?
Oh, yeah. What was
And
that
he was able to
called?
actually get a following doing that.
Yeah, that was a good documentary. I forget what it was called though. Let me look it up.
Well, Nina and I have a cult that we want to start. We always joke that we want to start this cult called the cult of the bee, and try to use it to promote keeping bees alive.
Huh.
And we just kind of want to see how far
I'm pretty
we
sure
can
all
get with
cults start as a joke. And then
Yeah.
it just gets a little too far, So
Yeah.
it. I have
Oh.
like I have like a ranked system though. Like initiates can be like the larva
Okay.
stage, and then obviously there's like the queen bee and stuff, and then there's like worker bees and pollinators. And pollinators, if you become a pollinator, you're the one who goes out and tries to recruit people for the cult, just like you would pollinate.
This would I think quickly turn into some kind of weird sex cult where everybody's trying to like impregnate the queen. Because isn't that what happens with actual like bees? Like every bee gets a
Gets a go at the queen bee.
It's a go, I think.
I didn't. That seems legit. I don't really know my bees that well, but I know I like bees. That's why I
Right.
want to start a bee cult, but I don't know if every bee gets to go at the queen.
By the way, that documentary about the dude impersonating a guru is called Kumare.
Kumare, that's what it was.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, Kumare.
Next week I'll come back with a name. Maybe it's not really coming up, and there's so many. Every time I search cults, there's a ton of cult recruitment in Massachusetts. So,
do you remember the deli you went to?
I don't. I do know it was on Massachusetts Avenue in Arlington. So when I look up the deli, I don't think the deli's there anymore. But there's a pizza place we used to go to called Adrena's Pizza, which was on that same street, and I'm pretty sure they shared the strip together. And I would go to the deli, and then go to the pizza to pick up my pizza.
That's wild, calling your pizza place Adrena.
Why's that?
It's a little close to Adrenochrome.
What the fuck?
Oh my God. Pizzagate.
Yeah, that's wild work, dude.
I'm on the list.
Yeah, because you've been there.
Oh, speaking of adrenochrome, I know we don't typically get too poly-charged on here, but what's his name? Jack Posobiec. Did you see his interview where he denied saying that he told people to go to that pizza place and that Pizzagate was real? He said, I never said that.
No,
What?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I guess he was on. I think he was on Piers Morgan, denying that he ever said it was real. It was
That's
pretty
a
crazy.
good place to go do that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think Piers actually did push back.
Huh. Yeah, so that's the thing, that no one ever pushes back. They don't ever play the clip.
Piers is in a weird space. Like, he sucks, but he doesn't suck for an American, you know?
Yeah.
Like, is he any really different than a Jake Tapper? No.
So the best thing I ever saw him do, and he was actually on the Bulwark with Tim Miller. I was watching. Tim Miller was interviewing him because Tim Miller goes on his show a lot to like fight conservatives. But he had Piers Morgan on as a guest, and he was saying how awesome it was, because in broadcasting, Ross and I know this. We went to broadcasting. Dead air is like the worst thing imaginable, right? You never want to like not stop talking, right?
Yeah.
But that whole thing where Piers had the insight to just stop talking while Russell Brand was flipping through those little pages on his Bible trying to find that verse. And all you hear is the little crinkle of his face. And he kept just going, it's in Isaiah. It's over here in Isaiah. Where is it? It's over here.
And
just to
let him respects the silence.
I mean, just to let him do it. Because Piers said that on the interview, he said that he had producers like screaming in his headpiece, like, say something, do something. But he was just like sitting there, just like, nope, I'm going to let this dude. It was a great piece of television. Really was.
It was. And I think it is hilarious that the best thing Piers has ever done was him not talking.
Not talking. I know. The greatest moment in Piers Morgan his career was when he just didn't say anything. He just sat there. It truly was pretty spectacular. So Nikos, you were asking me about the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And if I was going to go see it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I do not know why I am not interested in seeing this, or why I feel the way I feel.
Well, I remember the other day you were saying something about Lupita Nyong'o being
nothing about Lupita Nyong'o. But here's my point, though, is that today I was on Facebook just kind of scrolling. And I saw a post that was like, Odyssey's projected to make X amount of dollars. Is projected already. It's early screenings say it's like a great masterpiece. It's like one of the best movies ever made. Yada yada yada. And the caption like went with, "Looks like the culture wars are over because the Odyssey is doing like well," or something like that. And I was like, "What? What is it about? What does that mean?" Well, does anyone know like what the Odyssey success means to culture wars? I guess I didn't understand, but around for some reason since this movie came out, I had this feeling of just like I don't want to see this, and I don't know where that comes from.
I don't know what I mean. I know that people wanted to start a culture war thing with it, right? But I mean, those are people that are chronically online, like Elon Musk.
Yeah,
because Lupita Nyong'o is a black woman playing which character
she's
Helen
Troy.
Yeah, which again, I know you were upset about it, but
I'm so pissed.
Yeah, for the most part, I mean, people don't really care about that, right? Like, I think that the culture war has moved past. I take that back. The culture war has not moved past race, really. But now, if you had a trans woman playing the Helen of Troy, I do think that Fox News would have more energy for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do remember there was one guy on Fox News kind of saying that, like, no, well, this is what he said. He was like, if you look in the history books, it is written that Helena Troy was the most beautiful woman that they started a war over. Do
Yeah.
you really think they're going to start a war over this girl? And they put up a picture, and it's like, whoa, I cannot believe that just happened on national television. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, are you guys interested in seeing the Odyssey? I mean, and plus too, I kind of feel like Nolan movies, although they are good. I mean, I kind of feel like Nolan movies though are just about him trying to show how smart he is. And I don't know,
Yeah,
like, and then too, it's going to be 3 hours long.
that's the worst part for me is the length. I don't
Yeah.
like long movies, but I was gonna say I don't actually think Nolan's like that good. I don't really like any of his movies.
Oh, here we go. Here's this guy. We got a Joel Schumacher fan.
Funny
Batman and Robin's
enough.
so much better than Batman Begins.
Well, I was gonna say, funny enough, that's the only time I've actually thought Nolan was good was when he's doing a damn like Batman movie.
Yeah.
But this movie, I actually am kind of interested in seeing. It's the first time I've ever been interested in seeing any of his films.
Here's the problem with Nolan for me. I do generally like Nolan, and this is me just being old. His movies are too fucking loud. I sit in the theater, I feel like I'm leaving the club when it's over. My ears are pounding. It's just so much noise. Like, bro, turn it down. This isn't IMAX. Like, come on. I just want to.
Yeah, but he always shoots everything for IMAX.
Yeah.
Oh well, he shouldn't. It's just too loud.
He uses those IMAX cameras and shit.
I've never finished. What's that Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Inception.
And yeah, I never finished Inception. It's too long. And it's too much going on.
I thought that movie sucked.
Yeah. No, he does have some I love Memento. I think Memento is a great movie.
I've never seen that. I guess when I talk about not liking his movies, I'm talking about post Batman.
Mm.
Yeah,
like,
because
I saw Interstellar. I thought that one was like insanely overhyped and kind of just mediocre.
See, that's the one I actually do like. I actually
Really?
like that one. Yeah.
All right, Justin. No offense to you, but I feel like Interstellar is for like that was like peak Elon Musk, and I think a lot of people wanted to feel like they were a part of that. And I feel like Interstellar was like what spoke to them. And that fucking song, everyone loved that stupid fucking song. So what? I've heard a fucking piano riff before. I don't know what's so special about it.
They do use that in a lot of reels, don't they?
They do.
Yeah,
every reel is like the Interstellar music.
I just hate how long his movies are because I feel like my bladder's about to explode by the time the movie's over.
Did you guys like Man of Steel? Isn't that Christopher Nolan?
Well, he produced that, but no, that was Zack Snyder.
I never saw it.
I liked Man of Steel, but I think the new Superman movie's better. Man of Steel was okay. It was a really different Superman. It was really dark telling of Superman. But at the time I was thinking, hey, this is kind of cool. And I'm a Superman guy, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's neat, but I think the new Superman movie is a much better Superman movie. I mean, it feels like Superman. That feels like Superman.
Yeah. Even while I'm hating on the Odyssey, the thing is, I really don't like Travis Scott. Like, it's almost, I don't know the man. I just truly don't like him. I think his music sucks and he sucks.
Yeah.
And when they showed the trailer with his song on it, it sort of took me out of it. I did want to see it. I truly did. And then I found out he was actually in the movie. It made me want to see it even less.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that Travis Scott was in the movie.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
He's in it, and he is narrating it, right? But he's narrating it like through like rap, which sounded weird.
I know Justin's out now.
Yeah.
But
it's like, did you say rap?
Yeah, but I think it's supposed to be like, I forgot what those people were in ancient Greece, like that. What those type of storytellers, right?
They were called the chorus.
Okay. Yeah. So, no, you know who did that, right? Hercules movie. The Disney's Hercules. Now, that course. Did you like Disney's Hercules, Justin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's your take? I would say, what's your take on James Woods?
Ooh. As Hades or as a person?
Let's go both.
I was about to say, because he is pretty funny as Hades in that one.
you know what? As Hades, he was great. I don't know if you remember, he was in Scary Movie 2, I think.
Oh yeah, he was the priest.
Yeah, he was the priest in Scary Movie 2. He was getting that. Now, if you're talking about this relationship with this young lady,
Super
well,
creepy.
yeah. So
I don't
here's
know
a
much
question:
about it.
what state was she in? She was 16. But let's pull out our cards to see where that's legal, because some states. No, but I'm joking. But yeah, he took down his Twitter profile. He's trying to. I don't know if you call it seduce a young woman or solicit. I guess would be the right word.
Yeah.
Solicit I shouldn't call her a
Soliciting.
young woman, a young girl.
Yeah.
To come be with him, which is
I think
I wouldn't expect that from Hades, honestly.
well, the tactic of just running away is pretty interesting. He's such a
Well,
shit talker on Twitter. I thought he'd be wanting to fight. He just failed.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, he's gonna come back. He's gonna have a Bible. And he's gonna
Yep.
say, you know what? Every man makes a mistake, but I found God. Forgive me.
He's gonna be on Piers Morgan looking for Isaiah.
Isaiah. It's right here in Isaiah.
Well, I mean, James Woods has played a priest before, so I think he's got one down.
Yeah, he's a method actor. Clearly.
How did back to Russell Brand? How did he get so big? Like, it's just sort of, to me, I remember honestly, Get Him to the Greek was one of the better comedy movies I'd ever seen.
I love it.
Even to this, I think it's a good movie. I haven't gone back and watched it, but at that time, it was a really good movie. But for me, he had come out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what's the most disappointing thing about him, is that for a long time, like, I thought, oh man, this guy's really funny. Like, I really like Russell Brand, and then it was just like, what happened to the dude? What happened?
Yeah. Well, he's a sexual abuser, but even Arthur, I remember liking that movie.
Yeah, I think I saw that in theaters.
Nice.
Get Him to the Greek.
No, Arthur.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I still like the older Arthur movie better. Do y'all remember that one?
You're a Michael Caine guy, huh?
I don't know if Michael Caine was in that one.
Michael Caine was Arthur.
No, that was Dudley Moore.
Oh, was it?
I was like,
hold on.
Dudley Moore was Arthur.
Really?
Yeah. Damn. Guy who narrated Milo and Otis.
Was Michael Caine not in that movie?
No.
All right, well, disregard.
Michael Caine was not in Arthur. There was another old man, though, who was his butler, who was British, but that wasn't Michael Caine.
They all look alike to me.
Yeah, all those Brits. All those old white Brits.
I've never seen Arthur, now that I think about it.
You should. Okay. It's pretty funny.
Oh, it's got Liza Minnelli.
I was going to say Liza Minnelli's in it.
Okay.
It's a good watch. Got some good lines in it.
You big Liza fan?
Big Liza guy. Actually, the only reason I watch Arrested Development. Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
She has really great. Oh, there were 2 Arthur movies. There's Arthur 2 on the Rocks.
Yep. That one's pretty funny. That one, one of the best parts of that one is when, those like little chairs that go up the stairs for old people. They let you sit.
Yeah, you ride up the wall. I remember those commercials.
Yeah. They're having to go to this apartment building, and they're having to wait on this guy who is in one of those things, and it's moving so slow. And it is funny when he's like, all right, let's go take a look. And then he starts up it, and it's just like they're just standing there forever waiting for him to go. That's a pretty funny movie. That's
Kathy Bates is in Arthur too.
Yeah, you should watch those Arthur movies, man. They're good.
Yeah, probably not. I'm sort of
more of an Arthur cartoon guy.
I'm an Arthur cartoon. Arthur the Aardvark is really the only Arthur I respect.
Right.
Get Him to the Greek. Two known rapists in that one, huh? You got P. Diddy and what's his nuts?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Dang, that was not a good movie to be on.
Why does everyone hate Jonah Hill now? I'm trying to figure out. I mean, he seems like a douchebag, but what's the story with him? He's sort of falling out of favor.
I think it just became a douchebag, but I think he also was kind of like abusive to his girlfriend or something.
I was going to say, I know that there was like all this stuff about him just being, a douchebag. Like he was just hard to get along with and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I remember it starting around when he started trying to be a serious actor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to do the movies with the Brad Pitt, and he like got nominated for an Oscar, and Emma Stone was up there, and kind of teasing him, and he just like looked at her like he wanted to stab her face.
Yeah.
I think that's kind
Isn't
of when it
it
all started.
in that movie, isn't there a theory that they are alluding to Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't know. In
Ooh,
Moneyball?
what movie is this?
No, sorry, in Get Him to the Greek.
Oh, are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think because I think there's they reference Jeffrey.
Oh, get him to.
What? Really?
Oh, doesn't
I,
he say I want to? There's like a song about Jeffrey, right?
I think so, but I
Yeah.
think that there's like there's a theory that the people making that were referencing what was actually happening with Jeffrey Epstein, and that they were like on board with it. They thought it was cool or funny.
Jesus.
Oh, it's saying. Well, I guess okay. So there is a song where they reference Jeffrey, or there's a scene, but they're referring to a highly hallucinogenic drug.
Yeah.
Huh. But I mean, that's what. Anyways, I don't know how deep it gets in that, but I do see where people are sort of getting a little schizo in there. No offense, Ross.
No,
About it.
we just see him everywhere now.
Okay, so maybe this started with 50 Cent. So on April 2nd, 2024, in one of his latest digs, 50 took an image of Diddy's face and merged it with the face of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein from a scene from Get Him to the Greek. So that probably didn't help either.
Oh, that's
No.
hilarious.
Probably not.
Did you see the other day that basically I think old Todd Blanche was saying that they can't investigate that anymore because all the stuff, all the information is there in the files and there's nothing else. Like, oh, there it is. We just can't be bothered to go any further.
No, but what I did see today, I was reading, and so Todd Blanche, our senator, Tom Tillis, spineless fella, he said, "Hey, I'm not gonna vote for you to make it to the full Senate hearing unless you meet with the victims of Jeffrey Epstein."
Ooh.
So one of the victims during the meeting, she said that she asked Todd Blanche to make the FBI or to have the FBI investigate more into it. He's like, what can I do? I'm only the attorney general. Those are his words.
What can I do? I'm only the attorney general. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I literally can't do it. I literally can't do it. What do you want me to do?
I do, I think it's disgusting what they're doing now, but I know we're not a political pocket, but this is just so dumb to me. If I was Joe Biden, I was like, fuck it, release it. I don't fucking care. I'm going to die. Anyways, fuck, I don't care who gets in trouble. You guys screwed me over anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand these people. Or even like let's say I was a Democrat or a Republican that lost my primary. I would be over there just saying, fuck it. Fuck all of you guys. I'm going to fucking just screw shit up until I get out of here. You want to screw me over?
I'm going to cause some chaos.
Yes, I don't understand. Well, I mean, I guess like some of these guys are like, oh, I guess I gotta leave. I gotta get a job after I leave here, right? I gotta kiss some ass. But like these guys that are just gonna go off into the sunset, like, cause a ruckus, make a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Joe Biden screwed the pooch, But
Well, apparently he eats ice cream very suggestively.
really, who doesn't though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of licking involved.
Yeah, everyone looks like a little slut when they're eating ice cream.
Every ice cream needs a little slut.
Exactly.
I want some ice cream.
A little slutty boy over
Yeah, I
here.
want some ice cream. Would you guys like to do a chocolate
wanna
court?
eat
It's
ice
been
cream.
it's been a long.
sorry.
Okay, would you guys like some ice cream? You want to eat some ice cream? Would you guys like to do a chocolate court? It's been a while
Let's do it.
since we've done one. This is coming from Florida. So we have a Florida man that Nico's brought us this one. This happened on July 16th. So this was yesterday as of time of recording this. After repeatedly hectoring a woman for photos of her feet.
Toesies.
Yeah, we got us a foot guy. A Florida man allegedly exposed himself and then followed the victim around a Lowe's store before fleeing the police. His name was Landon Spearman. He's 20 years old, and he was arrested for indecent exposure in connection with the creepy incident at a business in Orlando. So he's over there in Disneyland. So the victim told the cops that she was complaining that An Instacart delivery at Lowe's when an unknown man approached her and repeatedly requested photographs of her feet. Which is crazy. Like, how does that begin? I mean, how does that start when a guy just goes up confidently and is like, "Hey, man, can I get pictures of the feet there?"
Well, I mean,
how
if
does
you
that begin?
ask, I mean, if you ask for consent, right? It's all about confidence, right? But I mean, once they say no, here's the thing. Let me be clear. I would never ask, nor do I want them. But I mean, if you're polite, like, "Hey, miss, I noticed you got some nice." You said you worked with the you said you worked with the gentleman that liked toes. Now, how did he refer to toes? Little piggies? I can't remember.
Yeah.
He wanted to nibble on them.
Yeah, he said, "Oh man, I'd love to nibble on those little piggies." I was like, "Oh."
He wasn't saying that to
Oh.
Justin, just to be clear. He was not. But no, like if you walk up to a lady and say, "Hey, I noticed those little piggies you got out. They're
Yeah.
pretty good looking.
Ugh.
Have you thought about modeling? I take photos." Now, if he would have said, "Hey, have you thought about modeling?" Do you think that would have taken the edge off a little bit? Maybe she wouldn't have been creeped out, or
I
Well,
think the fact he had like his dick out during this whole thing probably kind of soured the experience.
here's
I
how
thought that
this
was
kind of
after
went.
asking, though.
So get this.
Oh.
This is how this kind of went. So she's working at Lowe's. So she's a Instacart delivery person at Lowe's, right? So she's doing her job.
Okay.
This dude Spearman comes up and is like, "I want photographs of your feet." She's like, "No, all good." And then she goes to walk away to continue working, and then he calls out to her, "Hey." And then as she turns around, he then exposes his self and declares, this is a quote, "Call me for some dick."
Oh God. Call
Oh.
me for some dick.
I was with it until the exposure. I feel like, here's the thing. Again, I would never do it, but is it wrong to approach someone? And you know what? I sound disgusting. No, I was kidding. I don't know. Like, let's say you're a photographer, like I don't know, maybe you're seeking someone for modeling. Let's say your name is Jeffrey Epstein, right? You
Mhm.
walk up to a young lady, you say, "You look nice. You want to come to my island for some photos."
Yeah.
Now,
James Wood will be there.
yeah. Well, let's say they're 18. All right, let's be clear. They're over 18. You say, "Hey, you want to come to my island for some photos?" You don't really cross the line until you ask them and they don't consent to actions, right? You didn't cross the line until they come to your island and you assault. Well, actually, if your thought is to assault them, hey, you know what? I'm going too far with this. Never mind. Jeffrey Epstein's bad. I don't know. I don't know I don't know. I don't know. How do you ask someone for feet pics? I've never asked.
You don't.
Okay. I guess that's
You don't.
true.
Especially not at the Lowe's.
Yeah.
But he was arrested. He did admit to it. And he was released on a $1,000 bond and will be scheduled in court on August 19th for a misdemeanor.
I'm not a feet guy, but I feel like you can find feet all over the internet too. Like, I don't know what makes a foot special. Like, I know what makes a foot disgusting, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what makes a foot special enough to where I'm like, "Hey, I need to stop and ask this lady."
Right.
Or even like, let's say a lady has a nice rack of lamb on her. I'm not gonna stop and ask her for a pic either.
Right.
I'm like, hey, nice tits. Do you want to take a picture? So,
do you think feet people are they care about the gender of the foot?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a
Because
really good one.
I bet there's some guys with some nice manicured feet, and there's probably some women with some gross feet.
That's true.
I wonder,
I guess, like,
that guy we work with, like, do you think he'd ever go for a man's foot if it looked good?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have
Justin, throw some open toes on.
I've only ever known like one person who was like openly a foot guy.
Yeah.
And that's that one dude.
Yeah. I think
he
Nikos
talks
is
about it all
right
the time.
though. I think Nikos is right. One of us should put some open-toed shoes on around him and see if he glances.
Yeah,
see if his eye wanders a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice. And he just goes, "Nice."
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like those little piggies a little cold. Spearman. Speaking of this gentleman, Spearman's actually a pretty cool name. Like, let's say you're in a fucking RPG, you already got your class picked out.
Spearman.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else to think about. You're always a spearman. That's your class. So,
Yeah.
Do you want to hear about another indecent exposure case
that's what we're here for.
in Florida? Do you want to hear about another one in
I'd
Florida?
love to.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a Florida tattoo artist who was spotted outside an apartment building at 2:30 a.m. with his pants down, inserting a sex toy into his anus.
Okay.
His name is Jonathan Nemeth, and he's known as Nemo, where he showcases. He's on social media, and he showcases his tattoo and stuff. He is the father of 2 young boys, and was sued last year for divorce by his wife. So he got divorced and got sued. So he must be kind of down on his luck here. But he apparently was. Cops say that he was exposing himself in a vulgar manner when confronted by the St. Petersburg police. And he did, admit to exposing himself outside. So there's another one in Florida, shoving stuff up his.
He had been arrested for a similar issue earlier this year, also.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what was he
on a what is it? Narcotics possession?
No, it says he was charged earlier this year for exposure of sexual organs, and the case is pending.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I wonder if does he have a home? He looks pretty well kept.
He does. His eyes are really narrow.
Yeah. I mean, if it's 2:30 in the morning and you're just pounding yourself outdoors.
That's what I'm saying. Though, what are you doing outside though at 2:30 in the morning, shoving stuff up your ass?
Well, I think we're on different points. My thing is like, who's gonna see it? Like, if a tree falls into the forest and no one's around, right?
Right. Yeah.
Does it make a sound? Like, that's my thing.
I don't know. Like I just feel like it's strange. Like if the guy, unless he's homeless and he really has no choice but to be outside. Because if the cop's like, hey man, you can't be outside shoving stuff up your ass, and he's like, but I have nowhere else to go to do this.
Yeah, I think you let him go.
That's a problem. That's but if he has a place to go, it's like, dude, just stay in your house and shove stuff up your ass if that's what floats your boat.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead, Ross.
If nobody saw it, then I would say it's a victimless crime.
Yeah, no crime at all, honestly. But before we go, have you guys? So I was scrolling Instagram. I thought about sharing the reel, but I would have felt really bad if you guys. Because it was really gross, honestly. They found a man in a porta potty.
Oh, I heard about the porta potty man. I heard about the porta potty man.
No, I didn't hear about
this. He was like, when they pulled him out, he was like covered in toilet paper and that blue stuff. And I'm sure, obviously, probably shit or something. But the thing is, that's not the first video I've seen of that happening. And I couldn't imagine anything grosser. It's just,
I heard about the porta potty guy. Like I heard there was a guy who got stuck in a porta john. But I did not know how he got in there or why he got in there.
For pleasure.
Like he just crawled in there for a good time?
Yeah, that's what it seemed. I mean, why else would you climb into it? I don't know.
Right. You think he was trying to
rob something? I don't know.
Trying to peek or something?
Yeah, but still, I mean, is that peek
even
worth
imagine
it?
doing that.
It's like you're looking up, and next thing you know, you just got a fucking shit right in your eye. Like, what are you peeking at? I don't know. It's disgusting. And again, like it's not the first time. I remember an older video. This might have been like Eastern Europe or somewhere, and it's because it's sort of like an outhouse, and there was a guy that was in there just covered in shit, and Like I remember, like when I was in Iraq, like it'd be like 100 and some degrees outdoors, and the only bathrooms we had were porta potties, and that smell.
Oh
my God, that smell was. But sometimes, you know what? They have curry for lunch, and you really ain't got too much of a choice but to eat the curry, and you got to go in that porta potty in 120 degree weather.
Oh God!
And just let it run through you.
Yeah.
There was like a emperor that got killed that way, where someone hid inside of his like chambers and speared him through the ass.
Oh God, that would hurt.
I've had nightmares of that. I was afraid to use the porta potty for a long time. I thought something was in there and it would crawl up and get inside me.
I was scared of snakes coming up the toilet.
Yeah.
I'll be honest
you
with you. I've never used a porta potty.
Damn.
I've used it to like pee, but I've never used it to take a shit.
Okay, well, lucky you. What if you
Lucky
get a
you,
splashback?
Yeah.
Ugh, in the
Ugh.
porta potty.
Yeah, lucky you, Roz, because it's it's one of those things where it's like I gotta do this, and this is the only choice I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's definitely like one of those things. This is a last resort
yeah,
type deal.
like if
Yeah.
you're like I can make it, then you
Yeah.
go on by. But if it's like, man, this porta john's here and this is happening,
Yeah.
it's not good. It's not good. It's not
Like
good.
I was always like, because like in Jackass, they like flip the porta john over, and I was afraid that would happen to me one day.
Yeah.
Like you'd get in it, and then somebody would immediately start trying to like
Yeah, or even like just someone knocking on the door. I'm like, ugh.
Right.
go away.
Hey, the door is locked. Why are you knocking? Just I don't want to tell you. Hey, I'm in here.
Yeah.
Let me-
I'm in
Yeah.
here. Thank you. I'm busy.
Yeah.
So what are we doing with the spearman? Are we?
Oh yeah.
I think
What's
Spearman.
what's the sentence? I think
I
he
think
needs,
Spearman
he's
should-
guilty.
Yeah, Spearman's definitely guilty, and I think Spearman should go straight to jail.
He
Yeah.
assaulted someone. He has to be punished.
I don't like
I'm
Spearman.
sorry.
Yeah, I don't like
These are the
Spearman.
rules.
Spearman isn't vibing with me.
Yeah.
Now the other guy, I want to know more circumstances of why he was outside.
Yeah.
I don't need to know anything else. I'm
I
setting
don't-
him free.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that's just. I
Did
think
they-
that's just a guy just being weird, man. That's just a guy down on his luck, just trying to feel something.
did it say what he shoved up there?
No, I wish it would, because that
Does
would
that
change.
change-
That
does it
might
change
change
it?
some things.
It changes
but
it. It could change it.
It
Yeah.
says that it says it's just inserting a sex toy into it. That could be anything.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was he's known as Nemo. Maybe it was a Nemo, like a little Finding Nemo toy.
Or
He's
actually,
like,
you
go
think it's a
find
tentacle.
Nemo.
Maybe it was a tentacle.
I was gonna say a
'Cause he-
tentacle.
Yeah, because he's the
Ugh.
fish.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, this guy, I think he's weird and stuff, but like I also think like, well, maybe he just needs to feel something, he's just having a rough to go of it. So we'll let this guy go. But Spearman,
yeah.
Yeah.
man, Spearman sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spearman sucks. Well, that's gonna do it for us. You guys got you all do anything fun this weekend? Y'all do anything crazy? You going back to China Grove, Nikos?
Nah, this weekend is Beat Amanda, our favorite
Ooh.
little Laotian spot in Raleigh. So that's all we got planned this weekend.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Ross, anything you doing some grilling, making some burgers?
Nah, I think I'm retiring. Closing up shop for the season. Try it again in the winter.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin? You got some big races? What you got going on?
Man, we got North Wilkesboro this weekend.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
So you're
some
going to that one?
do what?
Are you going to that one?
No, I'm gonna be watching that
Oh.
one on television. It's too hot.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Too damn hot to go out there and watch that. So I'm gonna be watching that one in the air conditioning. But I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, all good. They're gonna be doing a lot of work. I just finished the new book
Nice.
yesterday. So I'll be doing some edits and stuff over the weekend. But that was fun to finish that one up. That's my 6th one.
Nice.
So that's nice. That's nice.
Before we go, the Wilkesboro crowd, are they as bad as the one down in South Carolina, or are they as bad as Darlington? Or are they all right?
No, nothing as bad as Darlington. Darlington.
Okay.
So the Darlington group, like when I went to the Wilkesboro race, it wasn't for a NASCAR race. It was for a late model. It was for a late model race, but that was fun, and I enjoyed the crowd. The crowd was good. The Darlington crowd, I was confused. The Darlington, South Carolina race crowd almost feels like it felt like a Trump rally because everybody was wearing more Trump gear than like NASCAR gear, so it was very confusing. Yeah, that place kind of sucks. That was the worst race experience I've ever had.
Okay.
It was also 1,000,000 degrees. That was the hottest race I've ever been to. My sweat was sweating. That was awful. That was awful. I wouldn't recommend that one. Anyone listening, I wouldn't recommend going to Darlington. Kind of sucks. Go to Atlanta.
All right.
Much better. Well, anyway, all right. Thanks for watching, listening, however you consume this. I don't know. We'll take it easy, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
We got to watch Lindsay.
See you in Valhalla, brother.
Yeah.